Calcom here, BS there, feedback's down again. Forget them, call up Telephun, it's a telephone line by men.
But that's not all, is it, Brian?
No, Bill.
Hello?
This is good. This is good stuff.
Listen.
You know, there's going to be a big Shorty's head hunt coming up.
Karen's grateful dead. Any lady that rides around on a motorcycle with a leather jacket is dyke.
Taylor, I still love you, but I like to see the guy named John Tanaza. He's real massive. And
I wanted to know what I'm going to do with you guys down. I need excitement. I need stimulation.
The greatest collection of loonies ever assembled. This is Telephun's Caller Collage.
If I listen to an hour line, why does it make me go to bed without dinner?
Well, hi gang, this is Mr. Fun, and welcome to Caller Collage 116 for May 9th through the 11th, 1985. That's right, we're on our new schedule now with Caller Collage running Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and making room for the Gopher Twins Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with the Hump Day Special every Wednesday on 882-9524. Bailey's on vacation this week, but she's going to be here next weekend to do her first solo Caller Collage ever, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, we've got a lot of things happening on this week's tape, including our first Caller Nuke of the 1985 season, so stick around for that. But for now, let's sit back and hear what you had to say.
hello, Nino, Cindy, and Bailey. This is Heroine Heidi from the land of Nod at the Spawn Ranch, where it's always the summer of '69. My family is considering doing an updated version of Charlie's famous song, Garbage Dump, in regards to the Ethiopian food famine, because of such lyrics like, "You can feed the world with my garbage dump. Let them eat garbage." Look how it affected the family. On such a diet, they'd be prone to murdering each other. It's a great solution because they'd quickly die, and privileged Americans would be able to worry about more important aspects of life, such as what portion of our taxes pays for Nancy Reagan's wardrobe. Simpler yet, we could send the Ethiopians a batch of Jonestown Kool-Aid and make videos of the event. The proceeds from the video sales could pay off the national debt, making Kool-Aid drinking Ethiopians a profitable commodity, therefore ensuring a brighter economy. Kool-Aid is definitely quicker than AIDS. I believe the Catholic Church is trying to decide who should be the patron saint of the Ethiopians. It's a throw-up between Karen Carpenter and Dick Gregory. I never, ever thought there could be a line more obnoxiously offensive than Nobody Home, but Telephun from Limeyland takes the cake and regurgitates it too. It's more vile than a Monty Python movie. See you soon, Nino, when we take over your recording studio to remake Manson's Garbage Dump. We're not too far away.
Hey, that'd be real fun. Then I could show you my 45 collection.
Hey, this is Bruce up from New Hampshire, and I think this is really cool. You guys should do this a lot more often, get some more numbers, and a lot of people call, put messages down. I think you're cool out there, and New Hampshire loves it down there too. See you later, bye.
Well, hello there, boys and girls. I just had to call because I had this incredible notion. I just want to remind all of you people that everyone is naked, even with their clothes on. Okay? Good night, and We'll see you next time, kids. Goodbye.
Hi, this is Karen, Grateful Dead, and what a fantastic weekend. A lot of me not even care about this comment. It's going to be a good comment. It's not going to be talking bad about anything, but yesterday being Sunday, the first day of daylight savings time, my friends and I decided, hey, why don't we go to the beach, you know? So, this was later on in the afternoon. We jumped in the car, you know, and decided to take Mulholland to Canaan. And, you know, fuck driving the freeway to get to the off-ramp to get to Canaan, you know. Mulholland to Canaan was beautiful. That canyon is the best canyon to ever take. Sure, the turns are a little, you know, crazy, but, you know, I just still can't get over it. Yesterday was such a beautiful day. I mean, the sky was so blue. You could see through it practically, you know. And it was just, you know, fuck, I was so glad to be alive yesterday, you know, and today we'll see what happens, you know. But yesterday was one of the most beautiful days, I think, of April. So mark that down on your calendar, April 28th. We'll see what happens next year on April 28th, you know. Bye.
Yeah, my name is Cheryl, and I have all the numbers, 882-9524, and the input number, which I'm talking to now, at 702-0429 and 993-3466, 761-3310, 407-1111. I just want to say something, Nino, and Cindy and Bailey. I think they're weird, okay? I mean, I'm 15 years old, and I don't even do that stuff. The only thing I ever done was get naked with a guy and sleep in my bed with him, okay? Now, what do you think we should do about this?
Slammed a warhead at her?
Andrea from Encino. Well, I just like to say hi to everybody, like, I don't know you, but maybe I, like, will in the future. Like, oh my god, like, some of you talk so gnarly, you know? And it's, like, totally tubular, you know? It's, like, so rad. Okay, anyway, I like to say hi to, what's your name? It starts with an N. Nicole from Canoga Park. She's like so weird, you know? And like, well, anyway, I like to say hi to everybody out there, okay? And Wolf, that guy, Wolfman Jack, he's like totally rad, you know? It's like, I like Granada Hills, but it's like totally boondock town, you know? So I live on, like, the other side of town, like, on the rad side, you know? Like, over in Encino, you know? It's, like, totally rad, like, by the Sherman Oaks Galleria. Like, it's so gnarly and awesome. Well, I better go. Like, ciao for now, everybody. Bye.
Hello, Nino. This is Police Jack Leader.
Yeah, this is Keith back here, his best friend.
Loser, faggot, stoner, guys.
Out of girls, out of money, out of family, out of life.
Out of thinness, out of age. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Police Jack Leader.
We think you're a loser to call this line. Second of all, you shouldn't even call this line considering you're a fag.
You're a fag, you're a loser, you're a stoner. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. Police Jack Leader, get out of my life.
Okay, well, see you later,
Do you know the cost of love? Please
Well, that reminds me, gang. As promised, it's time for another Telephun caller nuke. That's right, we haven't done this in a long time, and this is going to be our first double-decker nuke ever. Now, you know, it takes an awful lot to warrant being annihilated from Telephun. The insults don't bother me, long-winded comments can be edited, the stupid comments are fun, and even prank calls are nothing more than a minor waste of tape. A lot of you may have heard the verbal ping-pong between myself and Heidi Televenture, for instance. You've possibly even been waiting for the countdown. Well, Heidi usually has a lot to say. Some of it's kind of funny. I don't agree with her 99.9% of the time, but nevertheless, I'm capable of handling her, and she's capable of handling me, and it's usually been pretty fun. But there's one sure way to have your comments terminally obliterated from this line. You can fuck with me all you want, but never, ever, ever fuck with my wife, my child, or my friends, because I will fuck you up. Now, our two caller nuke victims, they took me totally by surprise, I got to admit, because for the year and a half they've been calling Telephun, they've been two of my favorite callers. They've ragged on people on occasion, but their comments have usually been well thought out and sometimes pretty humorous, and one of them enough so that he was nominated for an A.R.T.E award this year as Best Male Caller. That's right. And this is going to be our first A.R.T.E nominee blown to smithereens in the caller nuke. But for some unknown reason, well, when he lost to the Wolfman in that category, I guess the worm turned and he revealed his true color, which I have discovered is green with envy. Well, you know, we watched these two at the A.R.T.E party. They entered together, they sat together, they went to the restroom together, they left together, they went home together, and they probably even slept together. And they tried desperately to pick up on some of the women there, but they were turned down probably because they're childish, obnoxious geeks. And it was there, I guess, that they must have short-circuited. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure what caused their eruption on last weekend's input, but that's not important. It was done, and they attacked the wrong people. My family, my friends, and just about every single one of you that calls this line. And I'm not going to give them the slightest satisfaction of airing their final comment because it's going to be an utter waste of output, and it's going to offend an awful lot of people that I care for and an awful lot of you people that call this line and I enjoy listening to each and every week. But let's just say, I'm sure that Karen Grateful Dead, Nicole Canoga Park, William Wild, Paul Mack, Cindy Sabracita, Buster Foyt, Wolfman Jack, and many, 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 many others are not going to be sorry in the least to see these two gone for good. That's right, Sleaze Bag Leader, you and your 15-year-old gay best friend have really fucked up this time, and this time SLBF, which I guess stands for Sarcastic Little Brainless Faggot. Well, it was a good try, but Wolfman Jack's car isn't even close to a Corvair. As for my clothes, they were purple and gray, and this is going to be your last time. You know, I got to tell you something, gang. You know, somewhere in their comment, like I said, they ragged everybody, me, just about everybody I can think of. They just really, really insulted. It wasn't a funny comment. It was just major insults to everybody that I can possibly think of that has anything to do with the phone world. Well, somewhere in their comment, in their thing towards me, they said I was gutless. They said I had no guts and I would not air their comment. Well, it's funny that they should say that. No, I'm not going to air their comment. I'm going to air a piece of it, but I'm not going to offend anybody that doesn't have the means to defend themselves by listening to that crap. They said I was gutless, but the thing that's funny is that, you know, these two guys, they recorded their comment onto a tape, and they tried to desperately last Sunday, to feed it into the input line, and funny enough, I happened to be answering live that day, so all I heard was like a piece of it and then a hang-up, and then breathing and a hang-up, and this went on for like about 2 hours. And Sleaze Bag Leader's best friend, if you remember correctly, about, it was just around about 6-7 months ago when we just about nuked you the first time for being an asshole, and we gave you a reprieve because your stuff was sometimes pretty funny. You called up once and I answered live and I talked to you, and I thought you were a fairly nice guy, and we had an interesting conversation, and in your loose lips you did tell me your name and your friend's name, and I do have that on tape, and if you persist in the prank shit, I'm going to air that tape over the line and let everybody know it, and because it's really kind of surprising to me because I really like these guys. But anyway, you know, they fed this thing in one night about 2 o'clock in the morning, I would imagine, when I was not monitoring. So they're calling me gutless for not airing their comment. The reason I'm not airing it has nothing to do with guts. It has to do with I just don't want to offend everybody that's listening to this thing right now, and an awful lot of people that I care for. And at the same time, they were too damn chicken shit to do that, to do their comment live. Well, I'll tell you what, Sleazebag Leader's best friend and Sleazebag Leader, who, by the way, Sleazebag Leader, the main Sleazebag Leader, if you've listened to his comments much, the guy is really an adenoidal moron, and I think he should have, when he got his tonsils out, they should have removed the adenoids, because he really has a speech problem. I've had an awful lot of problems getting his comments aired, because you just can't understand what he's saying most of the time. But I'll tell you what, guys, you want to leave that comment, you want people to hear that comment, you're more than welcome to come down here to the Telephun studio. What you do is call the input number, 882-9523. I will get a hold of you personally. We will have you down here to the Telephun studio so you can air your comment live, the same exact comment that you left on your tape. But here's the thing. You see, I'm not going to have you down here by yourself to insult everybody in the phone world. I'm going to have Paul Mac, Bob Obb, Uncle Freaky, Heidi Televenture, Richie Calcom, Wolfman Jack, Nicole Canoga Park, Karen Grateful Dead, William Wild, the Kahlua Kid, and just about everybody else that you insulted on that comment. I'm going to have them down here at the same exact time to rebut you two assholes into the same microphones, and then we'll air it live. How's that? So anyway, I've rambled on pretty much. This really irritated me, and like I said, I don't want to offend anybody on this line by airing that crap that these two guys left, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little piece of it that was dedicated to me. That way no one's going to be hurt, and we're going to hear that comment, and it's going to be their last comment, because we're going to send these two fags to obscurity. And excuse me for using that term, fags, okay? It was a word that they used over and over and over and over again in their comment. And I'll be the first one to tell you that I have a couple friends that are gay, okay? That doesn't make them any different from any other people in the world, and that's their own fucking business, all right? And but that I use that word because this was a word that these two guys seem to understand. It's a word they seem to like, and I would imagine so because they both use it at the same time together quite a lot. So if I may be so bold as to coin a phrase from Bob Obb over at Observatory, this is my toy gang, and I'm letting you play with it. And Sleazebag Leader and your best and only friend, well, you really abused it this time, and this is going to be your final thank you bye. So let's blow these suckers into obscurity in the first double-decker collar nuke. That's it, guys. Thank you, bye.
You don't have to do to put this on, though, because you know what, Nino, you're a fag. Because, Nino, you have no guts. You have no guts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We now return to our recording, already in progress.
Well, I was just going to say that the next voice you hear will be someone from Papua New Guinea.
That is Paul, man. I would like to thank the Academy of Recorded Telephone Arts and Sciences for telling me what a good job I did on Observatory and what a good job I did on anything else except for my line. However, I thought that No Frills Edition was... I thought the No Frills Edition was bitchin'. You know, as in capital B, and then we're not talking bullshit. Yeah. And, yes, sir. Nino, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, this is Paul Mac. And I'm not running any tapes over here, as I told you on last week's tape. However, I think, basically, what everybody should start doing is calling Telephun more often, because we're talking to make major programming here.
major stuff. And I love the Telephun show. I think that's fabulous. You know. And anyway, other than that, Mondo bitchin' and stay cool, McDudes. And hey, I love it. I'm not sick. I'm just mentally, okay? And other than that, I love y'all. With the exception of, you know, two of you guys out there. You know, hey, that's standard, right?
Yes, Nino. This is Tex from the Super Sound Telephone Network. You know, that, for all you don't know, that's that crazy telephone line, joke line out in the 213 area code. Well, at any rate, I just wanted to call to say, hey, I enjoyed that No Frills Color Collage. Very interesting and completely out of the ordinary. And I hope you do it again. As a matter of fact, you better do it again. Like, how about next week, buddy? Secondly, to Paul Mack. Paul, you better keep your line going, buddy, because if you shut your line down, I'm going to come over there personally to your house and blow it up. No, in all seriousness, I, for one, enjoy calling your line, Paul. And look at it this way. You know, out here in the 213 area code, there are some people out in the 213 area code, and the only numbers that they can call are my line, the party line, and your 855 line. Because to some of us out here in the 213 area code, not necessarily me, but to some others, you know, Observatory and Telephun are toll calls. You know, they're not to me, but there's people I know of who enjoy calling your line, and you got to keep it running, buddy. You know, everybody that does a line experiences burnout sometimes. You know, I guess I had something to do with lines, joke lines back in the early heydays of telephone, back in 70 and 71, all that shit. You know, I've seen a lot of good lines go down because guys got burned out. You know, you just got to keep going. Take a vacation for 2 or 3 weeks. Go to Santa Monica Beach and get raped, or go to Inglewots and get mugged. You know, take a vacation for 2 or 3 weeks and come back and things will look different because... you know, I, for one, you know, like I said, I enjoy calling your line, so keep it running, buddy. And I'd also like to say that telephone callers out there in telephone land sure have a hell of a lot more intelligent than when I first got into phones back in the early 70s, because back in those days, anybody who ran a telephone line was an open target for prank calls, obscene harassing calls by the young, little, immature telephone kids and people into phones at that time. And I really like to say that the people that are into telephones right now, they call the comment lines and stuff, are really an highly intelligent group. And to all you out there in telephone land, you should give your continued support to all these telephone entertainment lines. Such as they are, because back in the early days, you know, none of us really thought that Ma Bell or GTE were going to allow any telephone entertainment lines beyond 1980, because a lot of the guys, including ZZZ Bob and ZZZ, were shut down because Ma Bell got greedy and says, hey, you know, you comply with our rules and do things our way, get a 520 prefix, or, you know, your history, pal. And so you never really know how much longer any of these lines are going to be around. So while they're around, give them all your continued support, because it really, anybody who runs a line will attest to, it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of brain racking, and all that money and good stuff that comes with running a line. So keep it running, Paul. By the way, I would probably leave this comment on your line, but you're not taking input. And another reason I would send you a letter, but I can't send you a letter because they don't allow any sharp objects in here. So, at any rate, all you guys out there in the 818 area code, keep up the good work. And keep that 855 number running, Paul. Like I say, if you don't, I'm going to blow your house up. But in all seriousness, to all you out there in telephone land, keep her rolling.
Hi, this is Richie Calcom from Calcom at 407-1111, and you're listening to Telephun at 882-9524.
This is Telephun's Instant News, bringing you up-to-the weekend reports on what's happening in the phone world and beyond. Because there's more to life than news, weather, and gophers. Good day and good listening. Here's what's been happening up to May 9th, 1985. In phone world news, it's something old and something new in numbers you can dial. With the recent rash of disconnects and ring-throughs at some of the popular output lines, we are pleased to inform you, first of all, of the debut of the Dial Tone Network, a brand new comment line in the 818 area code. This new line will feature your input as well as entertainment, news events, and telephone gossip. The Dial Tone Network is currently up and running at 366-9626, and it is operated by A.R.T.E nominated caller, Mickey's Pal. And according to Mr. Pal, the basic format of Dial Tone will be telephone tabloid. And that number once again for the Dial Tone Network is 818 area code 366-9626. The coming summer months will also see the resurrection of an old favorite and award-winning line, Nobody Home, with original line host Dave NBH and his co-host Brian. The line is not currently in operation, but according to Dave Nobody Home, he is anxiously awaiting to be back online and will inform us as to the new numbers as soon as up. And we will have more details on the revised Nobody Home in the weeks to come. In other phone-filled news, Calcom is up and running again after a one-month hiatus at 407-1111. The season premiere tape number 50 for the Chatsworth-based line featured our own Mr. Fun, that's me, as guest host and debuted on last Sunday for Cinco de Mayo. Over at the movie line, output is temporarily down due to severe burnout by line host Paul Mack, but should be expected to be back on grid by month's end. Feedback will be temporarily disabled due to relocation, and after a 2-week honeymoon in Hawaii, the newlywed Bob Obb from Observatory is back at the board to bring you more observonic fun at 702-0429 and their new auxiliary number at 701-5659. And finally, on the party line at 213-205-7980, last week's program was produced and hosted by popular new caller William Wild. Mr. Wild, whose well-produced input has caused a stir on such lines as Freaky Phone, Observatory, Calcom, and Telephun, had his feet dampened as a line runner on the party line program and should be expected to make appearances elsewhere as well. And don't forget here at Telephun the brand new schedule change which took effect last week. You can now hear Caller Collage Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Gopher Twins Sunday through Tuesday, and every Wednesday join us for the Hump Day Special where we bring you all kinds of nonsense from the Telephun files. That's it for this week's Instant News. This is Mr. Fun. Thank you, bye.
The accents on the news.
Hi, this is a rare comment from Carlos of L.A. And I just want to say that was the neatest thing you played from England on last week's Caller Collage, and I was just wondering if you would repeat that phone number again, because I sure do want to call it. I don't care if the phone bill comes out to whatever it is. I want to call it up. So how about running the number by me again next time on Caller Collage? Thank you, bye.
011-446-1-246-8070. That's Telephun in England.
Welcome to the Telephun Show. Welcome to the Telephun Show. Our corny jokes may make you groan, but we're slightly more exciting than the dialing tone.
Hello there, this is Mitch Murray, and I've just arrived at the Telephun Show by cab. Yes, I took a taxi. That'll teach the driver to leave the keys in it. This week, on the 3rd of May, back in 1934, Henry Cooper was born. Thank you. Hold it. I think we have a recording here of his very first word. Yes, we do. Henry Cooper's very first word.
Yeah, big strong boy. Yeah.
Next week's celebrity is Justin Hayward of the Moody Blues. But now, this. Announcing Irish Wheat, the cereal you don't need to eat. Irish Wheat, delicious with milk and nuts for breakfast. And after breakfast, simply unravel some and use it to floss your teeth. Irish Wheat, the morning snack, which can also be used to mulch the soil in your garden. Children love it. Little boys gobble it up. But then, of course, little boys eat worms. Irish Wheat, appearing all this week on top of Bruce Forsyth.
Please, please tell me now. Please, please tell me now. Please, please tell me now. Please, please tell me now.
Hey, yeah, about those girls, Cindy on the phone there? God, those girls are real nice. God, they do have nice bodies, aren't they? Well, you guys, Billy, you got a nice group there. Why don't you do a little more? This guy should talk a little more dirty on the phone, you know? But, geez, you sound real sexy. Let me tell you, you guys are pretty good. But I know that you don't want to talk anything bad, but just try just a little bit. And I'm sure you can, you know what I mean? I'm sure you can. But don't worry, you know? Don't worry. Hope you do. Especially you sound hot. Wouldn't mind coming down to the studio and having a little fun, man. Jeez. You guys have a lot of fun down there. Seems like they're always naked, talking to each other and stuff. Oh, man. Just have a lot of fun. Oh, well. Hope you guys have a little more fun, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
Well, hi everyone. Once again, this is Rich E. Calcom. And with a little comment here, I'm looking through the last week's out here. We get this Valley View paper out here in Chatsworth, and I was just scamming through the thing. And there's an article on the front about the 976 dial of smut lines, and I gotta say that these 976 smut lines have gone just way too far. I think, I mean, when they originally came out, people were just expecting just regular announcements, you know. But now there's all these different lines out here just giving you 24-hour-day smut. And I'll tell you right now, I'm sick of it, and we're trying to stop it. These smut people who don't know anything about phones, they're just out there just to make a quick buck. They are a disgrace to what we call telephone entertainment. This is Rich E. Calcom with a very short but serious comment. In the words of the immortal Nino Telephun, thank you, bye. Or in the words of the immortal Al Diamond, goodbye.
Hey, North Hollywood Jr. I heard your message on the output tape of the Color Collage 115. And I just want to say congratulations to you, even though your message sucked, like everybody, you know, like you expect everybody to wish you congratulations. But still, I'm really happy that you became a certified lifeguard at the East Valley YMCA or wherever that is. So, see you later, North Hollywood Jr. Well, toodaloo. Bye. Hi, this is Nicole from Chatsworth. I'd like to say hi to everybody out there. I'd like to say congratulations to Mark North Hollywood Jr. And you sound cute. How old are you? Well, I'd like to say that Ronald Reagan is doing a great job. He's been doing a great job for the last 4 years, and he's going to do great until 88. That's what I think, okay? Well, whoever doesn't like Ronald Reagan can shove it, because he's doing the best he can. Why don't you run for president and try just to make this world a little better, okay? That's kind of hard, okay? Well, thank you, bye. Hello, this is Sherry from Chatsworth. I'd like to say hi to Paul and Rachel and all the beautiful people. And I'd just like to say, Paul, I want to dig your bones. And you too, Frank. Goodbye.
Tell me now.
Millions of people are now aware that the use of cocaine burns the nose and empties the pockets. But what only a few experts know is that the coca leaf, from which cocaine is extracted, has been herbally employed for centuries to treat depression, fatigue, and to promote general well-being. The ancient Incas worshipped the plant, and Sigmund Freud sang its praises. Around the turn of the century, cocaine was accessible to everyone. As the use became more widespread, the abuse of the drug also increased. Chronic abuse resulted in nasal septum ulcerations, paranoid delusions, insomnia, and malnutrition. In 1906, the Pure Food and Drug Act ended the history of legal cocaine in the United States. Cocaine began to receive negative press, as the most serious criminal and immoral behavior was directly attributed to cocainism. For a modern professional opinion, I talked with psychologist Dr. Ernest James.
Cocaine is a very powerful concentrate, and when excessively used, certainly can be dangerously poisonous. Nevertheless, it is not physically addicting, as are opiates and barbiturates. And its proven magical, energizing qualities are well-founded.
As more severe penalties and harsher drug legislation for smuggling and selling cocaine went into effect, the drug became a premium item for the user and its price increased tremendously. In my next segment, we'll hear from a regular cocaine user. From KBW News, this is Frank O'Leary reporting.
Lay off that whiskey and let that cocaine be.
Hey man, you want to snort? And I go, sure.
Hey gang, you could take Telephun and stick it in your ear.
Oh, Nino and gang, what's up? First I want to leave a comment about telephone company operators and 411. 411 now costs money. They charge you 25 cents for after 3 calls or something like that. Their service is terrible. Half the time they hang up on you and you get charged anyway. I think they should fire about 90% of the illiterate idiots. Get rid of them. And also, zero operators have the IQ of porcupines. And they ought to hire somebody with high school education. I think the average went past maybe 2nd grade or something like that. But yet I tried to apply for a job, and the jerks refused to hire me, but they hire all these dumbbells. And gives guys like Brian Feedback and Felicia Orange and Mike 994 and all these other phone personalities or have worked for the phone company, or they do right now. So it doesn't surprise me. It figures that they won't hire me. And then another thing, Paul Mack, quit threatening me. You know, you threaten me and Rich and everything, and you're a twerp. Quit threatening me, or I'll hunt you down. I'll get my gang after you. Okay? Get back into the movies or something where you belong. Okay. Nino, thanks for playing my comment. Sorry I couldn't get on the last one. Have fun.
Cindy Lou was sweet, she sure was fine. And when she kissed me, I lose my mind. Cindy Lou, oh,
Well, Bob, and all you other telefanatics and members of the Telephun Ear Force, it's really easy to get your comments aired each week. If you speak up, articulate, leave no more than 1 comment a week, and please try and keep your comments under 3 minutes in length to make room for everybody. There was an awful lot of input this week, and a lot of it didn't get aired. Well, because some of it was garbage, some of it was good, we just didn't have enough time for it. But don't despair, gang, because if you join us for this coming Hump Day Special, that's right, Wednesday on 882-9524, that's all day, all night, Marianne, we're going to run all those comments that did not get aired for this program, so join us for that. Anyway, call Telephun Input, 882-9523, for the Color Collage 117, which will be featuring Bailey all by her lonesome, and you can expect an awful lot of Tom Petty for that. Some other numbers you may want to call locally are Freaky Phone 993-3466, Calcom 407-1111, and Observatory 702-0429. Those are lines that are currently up and running stuff. That's going to do it for me, gang. Thanks for joining Color Collage. This tape will repeat momentarily. That's about it. This is Mr. Fun. Thank you. Bye.